Yeah, so the war on drugs, it's not working. Something has to be done, we know that. Now, the Greens do believe, still maintaining, going hard on importers and manufacturers of dangerous drugs. We've got to stop that. We know we don't want anything coming into the country. We don't want people making it in their own houses or whatever. We've got to stop that to limit the supply. It's just bad news. Any way we can do that, absolutely. The real change for us, though, the difference between us and the others is drug use is a health issue. It's not a criminal issue. People don't go into it because they feel like a life of crime. They go into it for all sorts of reasons. Sometimes it's as simply as, I don't know what else to do. And that probably goes back to our education system and our interactions with youth. In other countries, they're learning they have to engage youth and get them involved and give them a purpose, give them something to do. Well, we've kind of fallen flat. We have sport and things like that available, but it's not really broad. It's not really what a lot of young people are looking for. So that's kind of one aspect. We've got to make sure we educate them. We've got to have it in the curriculum to get that information into them. But what the community, the people we've talked to, what they're really looking for, especially in the Southwest, is more places in hospitals or rehabilitation facilities. We need to fund the right organizations to be able to deliver a service that gets those people who want to get off drugs a real opportunity to do it. It's been half-hearted, there's been limited beds, there's waiting lists, and they need more regular ability to get into them. They also need support, and that support's got to come from people, like them in some ways. It's a peer support program that we want to introduce, including bringing in Indigenous people to help where they can. Because young people or drug users will more likely listen to somebody that's similar to them. That they want to establish that rapport and see that, I'm not that much different. I could be better. So we want to have the more rehabilitation and the more support services for them. The other thing is we are talking about for other sorts of drugs, for drugs, decriminalizing it. So once you've done something, you don't immediately end up with a criminal record, because the aim is to get you back to where you can be a very useful member of society with a job and not have those sort of prospects taken away from you. So we want to decriminalize small amounts of personal use type stuff. We also need to stop putting drug users into prison. Prison is not a good place for drug users. That doesn't cure them of it. In some cases, they're in that culture, and that's what they become part of. So we have to make sure that we're not locking our kids up.